If you look, many of us, if we are going to be honest, we are where we are today because we have accepted corrections. I remember a story I will never forget. Many years ago, I was still a very young girl in a city back in Nigeria called Ibadan. So I think there was no light. I was very small, but I was still older than this little boy that it happened to. So there was no light. They had something called a lantern. It wasn't our house. I think we went to visit this family. So they had a lantern on, and this little child wanted to touch the lantern. And the older people there in the living room were like, don't touch it. They kept pushing her, pushing him, don't touch it. So one of them said, why are you? Let him touch it now. When he touches it, trust me, this young boy, he couldn't have been more than maybe 2 years max, if I remember his age. They allowed him, he went quietly and placed his hand on the top of the lantern. The scream that came out of him, it is a scream of pain and agony. They had been trying to correct him, but he did not listen. So the same elders, but honestly, I'm not supporting what those elders did. Even looking back, sometimes when I'm alone, I'll be like, why would people allow such a child to go through that? You understand? Because this child didn't even know right from wrong, but his hand got burnt. If you know what a lantern is, they had to put Vaseline and all those things, and I was just watching them. So if you have been correcting a child and they don't listen, the consequence might lead to pain and agony for that child. Proverbs 15:32, if you will get discipline, you only harm yourself. So the person that will get discipline is the one who will eventually harm himself, not the person that is given the discipline. But if you listen to correction, you grow in understanding.